Welcome to Club Shada episode 346. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody is in their best behavior and feeling. My name is Mr. Shada. Why I didn't send all these Uber things to my accountant? Listen, sorry, I hate to see my screen cluttered with a bunch of information that don't need to be there. So I needed to clean my screen a bit before I can concentrate on my live stream. So as always, put the flag of where you're watching from. I see a lot of people are watching, but I don't see the likes. I don't see. Listen, there's not even one like. You guys should be ashamed of yourself. After 346 episodes, like, how many people? 26 people already after 5 minutes. Not one like. Oh. I can breathe. Oh. Bastards. Oh. Serious? Can't believe this. I can't believe this. Oh, forgot to turn off Netflix. That's cool. Now that when you're not using Netflix, I don't know if you can see my TV from here, but it has like a type of screenshot where it plays like all the, well, this was in, yeah, you see, it's like screensaver is great for your TV actually. Anyway, that was just an aparté. This show is brought to you by Shada, the gods of good fortune. It is now it is 9:46 here in Lisbon, Portugal. Big up to our stream royalty, Drill Camp TV, and big up to all our sponsors. I hope everybody is doing great and you had a great beginning of the week. I did. I've been resting a lot. Now, listen, there's still not enough like. Listen, if you are right watching right now and you are not putting a like, it means you're a hater. That's it. It means you're just here. Because all you have to do is click on a button. Ah, je comprends pas. Nazo comprendre te. Et ça bien te. C'est pas gentil. And I don't know why I'm insisting in drinking water with bubbles. Then I'm burping the whole show. Anyway. I wonder how people do when they have diarrhea in the middle of a live stream. Listen, back in 1997, I'm dancing and rapping for Jean-Michel Rotin. And the other dancer, one of the other dancers and rapper is Mike Phoenix from Organize. And then there's Christian and Randy and Jean-Michel. We are performing in a club called L'Atlantis. Listen, big, huge African club, amazing. And, you know, we're here and the presenter is saying, yo, and now Jean-Michel Rotin, all the girls, with his dancers, etc. So listen, Jean-Michel is supposed to come out last because he's the star. So I tell Jean-Michel, hey, listen, we go first. Once your voice starts, that's when you enter. That club was huge. So the backstage was completely in the other end of the club. And the dance floor where you would do the show, where the whole club would be around. You had the DJs in the back, DJ Zo in the back, and then the public would be on the sides and in the front. You would have the VIP on the side, and then everybody else, and girls yelling everywhere, and you would do your show in the middle. The dance floor was big. So security is supposed to, at that point, we're not that famous, so security doesn't need to help us, but there's still one security that takes us through the whole club. Jean-Michel has to have the rest of the security to take him from that part till the dance floor, right? So, all good. We here. We about to go. The guys, the presenter is like, okay, and now for your listening pleasure, the star of the Guadeloupe and the West Indies, Jean-Michel Autain. All the girls, and us, we already dressed, ready to go do the choreographies for the intro, and all four of us are ready. And Mike looks at me and he says, I think I have diarrhea. Just on time. Oh, merci beaucoup. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you, Anand. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for always supporting the show. So he looks at me and he's like, I think I have diarrhea. I'm like, yo, the music is about to begin. So in the intro of Jean-Michel, I remember we had a choreography where before he begins the show, the first song, we there like doing some dance move, preparing the crowd. And then after that, he arrives and we start the first song. And only 3 of us went, because when the security came and said, it's your turn, guys. So all 3 of us are going, rushing to arrive to the stage. And Mike decides to jump on the right to go to the toilet. So the show begins. So listen, if you're in a formation of dancers and you are like 4 guys, so usually it's 2 in the front, 2 in the back. And we were more rappers than dancers, but we were, doing a show. So now it's like there's only 2 in the back and me in the front, like a triangle. And we're there getting ready, And then when Jean-Michel arrives, he's like, but we performing. The music starts already, so you hear the sing. But as you're singing, you're looking and you're like, where's the other guy? And I'm like, don't worry. So we start singing Zoukonu. We dancing that with them. We're doing the choreographies, and then it's time. I do my first rap. I'm rapping. We hear everybody. And then probably in the middle or the end of that song, in the middle of the choreography, he just hoped from nowhere. We don't even know from where he arrived. He arrived from a dark place, and all the girls were yelling from everywhere. So he just arrived from the back somewhere, and all of a sudden he was just there dancing with everybody. So we did the whole show, and soon as the show ended, we sing the last song was Stop. So we had a choreography. Stop, laissez-nous vivre, nous pas envie, etc. And soon as the song is over, the security comes, the girls are yelling everywhere, and we have to rush to go back to the backstage. And then again, it disappeared. because he had a second attack. So now, now we like, Jean-Michel is like, where's this guy again? And we like, I don't know. He seems like I don't know what he hates. And then after like when we were like, we had to come out to sign all the autographs. I mean, he was signing all the autographs. We're doing some photos as backup dancers, rappers, but it was really him that was famous. And now as we're doing the photo, he just reappeared. He just reappeared out of nowhere. Like, I'm doing a photo with a girl. I'm like, yeah, what up? And then all of a sudden, he's there too. Like, yeah, what up? And I'm like, Mike. Listen, the game is. Anan, you were there. Anan was there. Anan was there at those times. She was there. At these times. Oh my God. That's crazy. I don't even know why I remember that story all of a sudden. Livia, what up? How you doing? Charlie Chaz, what up? Listen, I'm still missing a lot of likes. Put some likes. It's supportable, yo. Watching from Canada, but your heart is watching from Zimbabwe. This is how we're doing. Watching from France, Urban Sweet Spot. What up? Watching from the US of A. Listen, don't forget to leave a like. Some people, they don't want to leave a like. Mart Nilton, I'm sure it's you. What up, Nilton? Welcome to the Shada gangs there. Listen, that was crazy. Listen, he did that not only in Paris at Atlantis Club, but he also did that in I remember in Guadeloupe. He did the same thing and he said, I don't know, I think the AC is doing this to me. I was like, bro, starting now, you go to the toilet before we leave the hotel every time. You have to come to the shows empty because you are a nightmare. We're supposed to do choreography. We're supposed to do things together, and you keep disappearing in the beginning of the shows and in the middle of the shows. Lord. Yeah. Well, listen, I hope everybody's doing great. I want to talk to you about another two things. I'm going to try to keep it under an hour. Listen, I want to show you something that is great. And I was on TikTok this morning, chilling. And somebody tagged me. I can't believe there's been 60 people already. There's only one like. I'm desperate. So I'm there chilling on TikTok, right? And somebody tags me actually on a video from the NBA. Can you imagine? A video from the NBA with LeBron James doing a dunk, and the beat that they decide to put on the back of the video is actually one of my songs called Good Life 2005. Look at this. So, okay, that's great. The thing is this. To me, so listen, people start telling me, yo, there's your song, your track on the NBA, etc. Emery Agnon was there in the comments. Listen, everybody's asking, yo, listen, this is African. Listen, beautiful, right? Now, what is amazing about this is the fact that it's the official NBA account that has 20 million followers. See what I mean? 20 million followers. And now you have 20 million followers that are exposed to your instrumental. So then I went to check which is the origin of this trend, and I realized that there was 111 videos of a lot of people actually doing the trend. And he already had a choreography that everybody apparently was following too.
Thinking about life.
And then there's a bunch of them, right? So what did I decide to do? Listen, I want to tell you something about, so apparently the person who started this trend is a young dancer called Protais, or Prote, I don't know. And he has a few videos where he's dancing that. And then listen, people from Africa, America, everywhere have been doing this trend. So it's not a big trend, it's 100 videos. But let me explain to you something about what you have to do when you smell a trend. First of all, you have to ask yourself, what track did they use? All right, they use Good Life, but it's accelerated probably 30% faster or 20% faster directly inside of TikTok. So the first thing you do, and that's the first thing I do, this is what I did the whole morning, just to explain to you how what you do when you have a potential trend on TikTok. How you actually create the environment possible so that you might go from 100 videos to 1,000, 10,000, or like something going on 10 million. So how you do that? The first thing I did this morning, I went into, I downloaded one of the videos and I extracted the audio, and then I took the original track, which is Good Life 2005. It's a track that I released in 2005, and the music video was shot. It was actually a documentary, but we turned it into a music video, and it was shot during the Cora Awards in 2005 in Sandton, South Africa. And now, the first thing I did, I took the master, the original version, and I made sure I create a speed up version so that the people who come on TikTok and they go from TikTok to YouTube or Spotify, they find the actual long version of that song, right? So I put and analyzed the BPM of that version, and I saw it was 156 BPM, and the original one is 130 BPM. So what I did, I just, using a few tricks from Logic, I changed the tempo from 130 to 156 so that I have a new master, right? Now, that new master, I took it and straight away I sent it to the distribution so that it's available on Spotify, Apple Music, etc., etc. It's available for sale so that if these people, they hear the song, they might go listen to the original, of course. It's on YouTube, but they might also look for the fast version. And now the fast version is also available. I mean, not yet, but it's going to be available in a few days in the digital platform. So that's first thing. Another thing I decided to do quick was to have the track available on YouTube, not the normal version that has been there for 17, 18 years, but also this version that is very fast. So I had to have a new cover art for Kaysha, Good Life 2005 sped up version. That was the first part. So I create a cover art, and then I create a YouTube cover art, and I said to myself, would be cool if I downloaded maybe 10 or 15 of all these videos on TikTok, and I use them to make a kind of music video, so that if people, they go on YouTube to look for the song, they would have a video waiting for them. So that's exactly what I did inside of my YouTube channel, and I uploaded this early in the morning. So let me see, where's my video? Where's the video? Your channel, there you go. So it's called Good Life 2005. So let me show you a little bit of it. Calm down, YouTube. So that's what I did. Yeah, YouTube, calme-toi. So there you go. So this is the video. I'll put the link in the chat. And I did this video using already some videos from the fans, so they can come and check it out. And I also send a message to Protais, the dancer, and tell him, hey, congrats on the trend, well done, love it. Hey, I did a little compilation. If you want to check it out, there it is. So you can check out everything on my YouTube channel, where you have the rest. So it's a 5-minute video with, I try to cram in as much video as I could. What up, the future sound beat? I try to put as many as I could. So listen, great thing. People are watching on YouTube. Good. So this is done. Now, this doesn't mean that this will go bigger than that. But when you have the NBA posting your track, you're gonna have a bunch of people listening and maybe wanting to do something. Maybe that trend, or maybe another one, or maybe some American kid will say, "Oh, I want to do a video on that track," and then something else. Who knows? Or maybe another American kid was going to be, "Oh, I want to do a Jersey club track, a version of that," or "I want to do a house music version of that." You have to be ready to get those remixes and be able to control the whole thing. Because the thing about a trend is that you don't really control. You don't control when people go crazy about a track. What you can do is, if you spot it early enough, is to just put all the elements to make it even more possible. It's like there's a way you put the Vaseline all around the way so that, listen, if something has to go, it will slide easily. So now that everything is here, all I have to do now is have the version ready on the platforms. The video is already on YouTube. Now what I'm gonna do in the next few weeks, I'm gonna be uploading all these videos on my Instagram account and tagging all the creators, all the dancers. Every day I'm gonna put one, just like that. Just put them there and see if it inspires more people. Put them on YouTube Shorts as well, and they're already on TikTok, so I will do reaction videos to the ones that are on TikTok already. And then after that, listen, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, all good. Because people see the success of something going on today and they believe that, oh, it's just luck, when in reality, it was not luck. That thing actually took 3 years to arrive, and I prepared the way more or less the same, but it was the first time. Now it's the second time. I'm starting to understand. Starting to find my way in there. Of course, Vaseline. I'm starting to find my way in there. I'm starting to understand how you are not just a witness of things happening, but you're also an actor, and making sure that everything is there every step of the way. It's super important. I'm also gonna go and do my own video, just listening to the track. I don't need to do anything. I'm gonna maybe see if other people want to do it. Maybe send the trend to some bigger dancers, and then after that, listen, it happens, it doesn't, all good. But at least you put all the chances by your side. It's very important that when you smell that you have a potential trend, you put everything in place. And a lot of people, they don't do that. They just let things go by them. Now, that's not how you have to do. In business, when something is happening, something is trending, you have to be able to take and put things in your advantage. Yesterday, I was trending because of some it was not drama for me, but some things about one artist that I worked with, and a video she put where because she didn't express herself clearly, some people thought that there was some drama when there was not. And when we had a conversation, me and her, I told her, listen, we're gonna use the buzz to do some promo. That's what we're gonna do. So push your songs, since everybody's talking about you. Push your new songs. I'm gonna push my songs, and I'm gonna push your old songs too. And then you're gonna come in the comments, and I'm gonna go in your comments too, etc., etc. So, and then now all the people who think they are creating a drama, they're actually working for us. when they think they're working against one of us. That's how you beat them. So yeah, that's what I did the whole morning, and yeah, that was cool. What it do, random gamer? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh no, that was in French. But I'll call you. I'll tell you after the show. So yeah. So to me, I believe that when you have a possible trend, I believe that this is what you should do. Last but not least, because I have to sleep early. I didn't sleep that much yesterday. Listen, I went to dinner with a friend, and after that we went to a bar. What a bar! And I think I slept at 3 a.m. and I woke up at 7. And I thought I would sleep, but in reality, no. When I wanted to rest, I had a friend of mine that lost her flight, and he said, "Hey, do you have a brunch?" I was like, "Oh, okay, let's go have a brunch." So then I had to get my daughter from school, so I was just KO. But you know, there has been in the U.S. The U.S. of A, that country, there had been a debate among the black artists and the fans, and I think it's a very interesting debate, where they were asking people, would you take $500,000, or would you take a dinner with Jay-Z, where he could give you advice, start a relationship, whatever, I don't know. And listen, I don't even know why it's a question, first of all, personally. But a lot of people were debating about that. And me, I was like, what is the debate? And I would love to know your opinion about that. And listen, he might not be Jay-Z, but as an artist, because he's one of the most successful Black American artists. But it could be, I don't know, 500,000 or a dinner with David Guetta if you're into house music, or 500,000 or a dinner with Obama, or 500,000 and a dinner with Zelensky, or listen, whoever is your hero, or the person that you look up to, like 500,000 or a dinner with Michael Jackson when he was alive, like. And listen, a lot of people were saying, no, it has to be a dinner, because everything you're going to learn from this dinner is going to be worth the price, and you're going to be able to make X, you're going to be da. And me, I was like, bro, I'm taking 500,000 and I'm turning my 500,000 into 5 million. What are you talking about? With 500,000, you can invest in anything. You can invest in catalog. You can invest in a house. You can go to the bank and ask for the bank, hey, listen, how much do you need to invest money for me? And they're gonna tell you, hey, if you have 20% of something, we will give you the 80% that's left. Oh, wait a minute. So listen, 500,000 is 20% of how much? So 500,000 multiplied by 100. I'm doing the wrong division. Sorry. No. Multiply by 100. So that's 50,000. $50,000, right? That's 50 million. No. What did... Listen, 500,000 divided by 30. Divided by 30. That's 16,000. Multiply by 100. That's 1,000,006. So 500,000 is 30%, is 20% of 1,000,006. So listen, you can go to the bank and tell the bank, hey, I need 1,000,006 to buy a house, to invest in a business, to invest in a restaurant, to invest in my music, to invest in things, or to buy somebody else's. Listen, I want to buy every beat from Future Soundbeat, every song from MJ Wemoto, Lil Maro. I want to buy everything. I want to buy all these tracks and start making money from that. I need 1,000,006 to buy all that stuff. And the bank will tell you, hey, if you have 20%, we might give you that money. Bam, you give them 500,000. Now you have 1,000,006 and you can start working on your business. I don't think that this is worth a dinner. Unless I already have 50 million in the bank, or 10 million in the bank, 20 million maybe in the bank, and somebody tells me, hey, listen, you have a choice between 500K and a dinner with Jay-Z. Now, if I have 20 million in the bank, it means that I know how to do 500K. It means that I'm probably doing these 500K every month or every 6 months or every whatever. So at that point, yeah, maybe I would take a dinner at that point. But if I don't have the money, listen, right now, me personally, I take the 500K, I bring to my bank, they give me 1,000,006, I take 1 million, I buy an apartment here in Lisbon, and instead of paying my rent that I already paying a high price for the where I live, I turn this into reimbursing the rest of the money. I take the 600 that is left, I double the size, or maybe I triple or quadruple the size of my catalog, and now I'm probably gonna generate something like 500K every year from the new beefed up catalog that I have. And by in a year or two, I go back to the bank and I give them all the money they gave me, or maybe I give them half of it. Boom, now I only owe them 500K, and I know that I'm gonna make another 500K by the end of the next year. So the end of the next year, I make that money, keep it safe to invest in other things. I take another 500K the year after, I give them all their money back. I don't owe them nothing now. Another year, I make another 500K. Now I have 1 million. I take this 1 million. I take 600,000 of that 1 million. I keep 400 on the side to live. I take 600,000. I beef up my catalog again. I buy even more so that my catalog now generate maybe, I don't know, 600 to 700 every year. And listen. Now the news is not, oh, Dr. Dre sold his catalog to such and such. No, it's like, oh, this Zouk artist sold his catalog to Kaysha. Oh, yeah. Because all these people, they want to be players in the football field. I don't care about that. I'm here to buy the stadium. And everybody that is playing, everybody that is buying popcorns, everybody that is buying Coca-Cola, everybody that is buying a sandwich, everybody is making me money. And the problem of people always is the same. They don't see the long term. They only see the, oh, yeah. So listen, yeah. And listen, once you have 10 million in the bank account, you're probably going to be ending up dining with Jay-Z. You know why? Because when he's gonna go to the restaurants where they go, he's gonna see you. He's gonna be like, damn, who's this guy? Why he's always there? And you're gonna be like, yo, salute. You know, listen, I see celebrities all the time or bankers or lawyers, big shots here in Portugal. And I see them in places that are expensive. And they see me with Bodhisattva. And they want to talk to us because they know that to sit where we are sitting, it costs money. They know that the juice is not 2 euros, it's 10. So they know that people that are here, they have enough to be here. So when they talk to you, oh, I own a hotel, what are you doing? I'm a DJ, I'm an artist. They don't think you're just an artist trying. They know you're an established artist because somebody has to pay for this bill. When you go to certain place, where you go to the hotels where I go, the people you're gonna meet are the people that, yeah, listen, it's the best places in the city. So they see you, they're like, huh. So you're gonna meet those people. And then for whatever reason, maybe they're gonna be with somebody that you know, and they're gonna, oh, yo, listen, boom, connection is gonna be made, and it's gonna cost you nothing. Now, if you take the dinner, you will go out of the dinner with some great ideas, and you will still be poor. Yeah, but I'm gonna be rich in my. Shut the fuck up. What's gonna happen is you can come to my YouTube channel and watch a few videos, and you will know everything that you need to know. Or maybe watch his interviews and documentaries, and instead of going to YouTube to watch stupid debates about stupid stuff, or hear about the new scandal from such and such, you focus on learning. Listen, that video that I did this morning for that new challenge, that part where it looks like torn paper on both sides, I have no idea how to do it. And you know what I did? I went on YouTube and I looked, how do you do that? Once I understood how you do it, then I did it. Then I executed. Listen, nowadays, you can learn and execute all this in the same 2 hours. And the problem of most people is they think that meeting people will change something. Listen, this is why a lot of artists, they screwed their career even when they were signed to me, because they thought that being in Kaysha's label was a substitute to working hard to go there. Listen, I started working on my music, on my craft when I was 8 years old. It was just a hobby, a passion, and it turned into a business because of me working on iteration and iteration and iteration and working hard and learning my craft and learning new things and execution. Not because I went to dinner with such and such, or I went to dinner with such and such. This is not the way you do something that is on the long term. And this what makes the whole difference. So listen, if somebody tells you, hey, listen, let's just be realist. If somebody tells you 5,000 euros or dollars or dinner with Kaysha, please take the 5,000, because you might meet me in a shopping center in Lisbon, or with the 5,000, or listen, and everything I know, or the strategies, I tell them here on the YouTube. So with your 5,000, you can invest in yourself. You can even go to the restaurants where I go, and you meet me there. Simple as that. So I believe it's important to be less emotional about, and it's very American to be obsessed with celebrities and people that have money, or actors and stuff. I'm not obsessed about nobody. So me personally, it's like, listen, I respect a lot of the people for what they did, and the best thing I do is learn about their strategies. Like I learned interviews about Jay-Z, and saw documentaries about how he decided to do cigars, how he decided to go to the liquor business, all these things. How are the deals made? Like because people don't know when they tell you they own a bottle of something or a brand. Most of the time, like most of them, they don't really own it. Sometimes they are just the fakes. Or Jay-Z, for example, he did a collaboration with a champagne house. He invested in them, etc. But they existed before. But then he brought his image, etc. You have to understand how it's done, and all these things are on YouTube. The only thing is, when you go on YouTube and the algorithm shows you what the algorithm presents to you, you have to decide what you want to watch, so the algorithm will know that you are looking for things to learn or things to entertain. Or listen, if you look at my YouTube, it's full of geopolitics, it's full of politics, it's full of technology, crypto, music. I don't listen to music. I go on YouTube not to listen to music from people. I go to see musicians explain how they do what they do. And I just watch. I just watch. And somehow after a few days, I know how to do what they do. So this is just a question of state of mind. The people who are not ambitious, you can see them on the comment. Dinner with Jay-Z, of course. The people who are ambitious, they're like, yo, listen, give me that money and let me show you what I'm going to do with it. Hey. Yeah? For real? Oh, Lord. How did I mess up my calculation? Wait a minute. 2.5. It makes sense what you say. Divided by 100. That's 25,000. Multiply by 20%. That's 500,000. That's true. Yeah, listen. I made my calculation wrong. I don't know why. I know how to do it in one way, but I have to put in my mind how to do it the other way. It is what it is. Thanks for the. So that's 2.5. It's even better. Listen, imagine my whole thing that I was saying in a better way. All right. It's been 1 hour. Should I go? Charlie is saying crazy how TikTok is a complete different social media. We need a masterclass to learn about. Yeah, listen. Yeah, true. We should do a TikTok masterclass. Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna do it. MJ saying, someone asked me today, why do artists sign bad deals with labels? Listen, a bad deal is a bad deal only when it becomes a bad deal. Because when you're signing it, it might be the best thing you ever did. If you have €0 in your bank account and you had €0 in your bank account for the last 2 years, and somebody comes to you and tells you, here's 10,000, give me your music, I own it, and I'll give you 3% on what I make, and I'm gonna make you a superstar. And now you have 10K, so you can pay a rent, you can survive, and they tell you, hey, when you're hungry, don't worry, come to the label. We have a small restaurant down there, open bar for you. Yeah, you can bring some friends, you can bring a girl, no problem. And every time they take you to dinner, they take you XYZ. Actually, going from 0 to 10,000 is an amazing deal, right? And your dreams are possible now. So you make your first song, they invest in it, the song comes out, now it becomes a huge song. It generates $10 million. From these $10 million, you get 3%, which is so 100,000 multiplied by 3, which is 300,000. So you have 300,000, which is more you ever had in your life. 300,000. And then you realize that maybe 2-3 years have passed. You learn a bit about the business, etc. And you realize that in reality, deals, usually an artist that begins gets 7%. And if they sell more than a certain point, they make 8%. And if they sell more than another threshold, they get 9%. And you're like, what? And now you believe that you've been screwed. And it was a bad deal. But it took you from nothing to here. So what you have to do when you're here and you want to continue, and maybe you want to, your next album, you want to arrive here, you take your 300,000 that you made and you find yourself a good entertainment lawyer, because now you have the possibility to do that. You take your 300,000 and listen, you put 200,000 in a house or something, put your mama out of the ghetto or whatever, something. Now you have 100K for day to day. You don't spend too much. You don't buy a chain, you don't buy a car, or maybe you buy a nice car, but nothing special, 10,000, 15,000. You don't need to abuse because you don't have to prove something to people. And you take maybe 10, 20,000 and you bring them to a lawyer. You tell that lawyer, listen, this is my deal. What do you think? The lawyer tells you, okay, this is good, this is good, this is bad, this is bad, this, okay, this is bad. Oh, what, 3%? Nah, it should be 7%. Yeah, you should have, okay. All right, let's go to your record company. You go to your record company and now you renegotiate. Because when you met them, you were here, they were here, and now they need you to make another hit for them. So you have some leverage. So now you go to them and you tell them, hey, 3%, it's not gonna make it. I want 8% because I just sold you, I just made you 10 million. I want 8% of the next one. I want listen, I want 8%, and then if I sell more than X, I want 9%, and if I sell more than X, I want 10%. Or you can go to them and tell them, hey, next album, here's my 300K. Bah! I'm gonna do my album by myself. I want to change my contract. I'm going to make my album by myself, and I'm going to spend my own money. And instead of being the label, now you're going to just distribute, or you're going to do a license. So instead of giving me 3%, you're going to give me 30%. Now, next time you make 10 million for them, instead of getting 300,000, now you make 3 million. And it's not a bad deal, it's a new deal. And you have to understand the way most of these artists are coming from. A lot of them, they never had 10,000. So when you never had 10,000, it's like somebody coming out of the desert after 10 days without drinking and without eating nothing. You give them a cookie, it's the best cookie they ever had in their life. Well, you have more of these cookies? Yeah, I have a box of cookies. Sign here. Now, once you understand the business a little bit, you realize it's just cookies, because now you eat sushis. So it's, when people say it's a bad deal or it's an abuse, whatever. Nah, listen. In reality, the person who invests their money and risk their money are the ones that, own the benefits, because they are the one who risks the money. And nowadays, where anybody can buy a microphone like this one, and listen, Thriller from Michael Jackson was recorded in one of those. Just this is a digital version, but same sound. This camera can shoot music videos that are the quality of the music video that I used to pay 30,000 euros. So nowadays, there's no excuses. And you don't need MTV. You don't need to beg Trace TV or Channel O or somebody to play your music videos, because you can put them here on YouTube. And then you go on TikTok, you create a trend, and when the things are rolling, if your song is there, you put it on Believe, Zimbalam, CD Baby, whatever, and you make 90% of the profit. But most people, they're lazy. They prefer taking the dinner. They will prefer somebody else to take the risk, because they don't want to risk, or they don't have the money to risk, or they don't want to ask a grandpa or auntie or somebody. Listen, sometimes they just don't have the possibility. So what they will do is they will let somebody take the risk, and that person will take the money. So I believe that if you sign a bad deal, it is always your fault, because of lack of informing yourself. Listen, when I signed my deal, listen, okay, my story is different. I'm luckier than most, and I wouldn't say my deal was bad. It was not. It was okay. I had 6, 7, and 8% from my deal with Sony. And when I got my contract, I looked at it, I read it, and I said, "Can I take it home?" And they say, "Yeah, of course. Yes, of course." They were looking at me like, "What?" But they say, "Yeah, of course." So I took it home. But the whole time, I was scared that maybe they would change their mind and not sign me anymore. So I look at it, but lucky for me, I was studying economics. So I was not a stranger to reading a contract. But still, I knew a few people. I knew a few rappers that signed already. I knew a few people that were managers. So I showed them my contract. And most people told me, "Yeah, listen, it's a normal contract." So at a point, listen, my dream was to sing. And listen, signing with Sony was amazing for me. So it was not about the money. And they were telling me, "We're going to give you 100,000 francs, I believe." So today is 15,000 euros, but with inflation, it's like 100,000 euros. And that was in 97. And when I signed, the first thing I asked them was, okay, they were like, "Okay, do you want cash sent to your bank account?" And I was like, no. I want half of it cash, and half of it, I want you to use your company, because I know you have prices on musical instruments. I'm going to give you a list of things that I want to buy. And they were like, "This guy is different." And I said, "Listen, I want this microphone. I want this mixer. I want this MIDI converter. I want this keyboard. I want this MIDI keyboard. I want this expander. I want this expansion for this. I want these CDs with samples in there. I want a sampler S5000 to replace my S950, etc. I had a list of things that I wanted for a long time, and when I knew I had 50K to spend, I could just have them for me. But I knew that they could buy what I would spend for maybe it would cost me 75K, but I knew to them it would cost them 50K because they own studios and stuff. So I received my first complete home studio instead of money, and I still had money also that I received. And then after the sales of the first album, I probably had my first check arrive. It was 80K. So they made their money back. Listen, I made them $1 million, and I made probably 80K, 90K. And it was not a bad deal because I had the video that I wanted. I had a crazy video that cost the money that I couldn't afford. I had this, I had that. I toured. Listen, they put the machine behind me, and this is where I am today because of that. So I can never say it was a bad deal. It was just the deal that I could afford at the time. Malemas is saying, Kaysha Sushiro, I am from Nampula, Mozambique, and I always love your music. I remember when I was in Lisbon in 2007 listening to Fiona Flanky 2007. Big up, Malema. Future Sound is saying, I'm taking the cash and I walk away. MJ is saying, Jay-Z is great, but 500K, I'm keeping it, even if they say I'll never listen to Jay-Z music again. I'm a subscriber since 2007. Amazing. Thank you. That's what a legend, my accept the dinner and advice and go back home still broke, or get the money and invest in your project and get rich. Or your project doesn't work, but at least you will not continue your life with the frustration that there's nothing worse than regrets. So, and because listen, a project that is a failure, you will actually learn from the failure. If you're smart, you will be like, okay, why it didn't work? This, this, okay. Okay. Next time there's a project, you will know how to invest your money better. Charlie saying 500K for sure. At least you can spend 20K if you want into motivational speech meeting from a bunch of successful businessmen. Exactly. Yeah, listen, you can buy books. You can do like you can invest in your own education. You can go to a private school. You can have a private teacher that will teach you all these things. You can have mentors, etc., etc. TikTok is Google, Amazon, and mini YouTube. Urban Sweet Spot, that's true. Hey, Juju Zhao, I hope you're doing good. Love your photos in Paris. You looked great. Eminas, what it do? Eminas is saying, what do you need to build a music industry in a country where it's non-existent? What are the parties involved in the process? Lord, why are you asking this type of question when I'm about to finish the show? All right. Let me see if I can make it quick. To build the music industry in a country when it's non-existent, first of all, you need the private sector and you need the public sector. If we talk about the music industry the way it is now, you need, first of all, the music studios, some good music studios. So this is private sector. The state could also provide some music studio, so means of production. So there could be some public studios that the kids can use. You can put them in school as well, so that the young rap or future rumba singers or whatever is the country, the future singers are able to find a place where they can create. So that's the support for the creation. The state could also fund, but the private sector could also fund the creation. So listen, hey, here's a 5K, 10K to shoot a music video, or maybe some scholarships, so some people can learn for free how to shoot music videos, etc. That education part this can be provided by the state. It can also be provided by private business. Now, what you need as well is places when people can perform. So there's a lot of clubs so in a country where there's nothing, there's always club. So these are the places when people can perform. Now, the government need to provide infrastructure, meaning that you need to have a real internet that works, that everybody has, and that costs nothing. Like here in Portugal, I'm on a fiber, 1 gigabyte coming down and 100 megabyte coming up, and I can stream in 4K quality on YouTube, and it looks like a music video. And I can stream on YouTube plus Facebook plus X plus XYZ, and I can have and I can use the data, the amount of internet I want, and it doesn't cost me more than I don't know how much I pay a month, which is less than 50. So this infrastructure could be funded privately, but I believe that this is more the state that is supposed to provide that. So this is when I talk about infrastructure, I'm talking about fiber internet around the country, not just in the big cities, but at least in all the big cities, and then the villages, so that people can receive the information. People can have access to in their phones to Wi-Fi. You could have streets with Wi-Fi, all that stuff. So that this is more the government part. In terms of private sectors, you need that the banking system provides credit cards or ways for people to be able to buy subscriptions. So it could be a digital wallet provided by companies like yours, a digital wallet like that what you are programming your application. For example, if you have a partnership with the state and you create a digital wallet that every person from that country now must have in their smartphone, now anybody can use that to buy a subscription to YouTube, to Spotify, or maybe a local giant, a local streaming service. And then after that, if people can subscribe, it means that when people are listening to your music on that local service, the artists get paid. If the artists get paid, not only they can make money from the shows in the club, maybe the shows in the stadiums, maybe somebody can invest in a big a dome, something, a big concert venue with the security and like something great where ticket can be bought in a certain way, like the whole infrastructure. And then after that, I believe that you also need the collecting societies. You need people to collect money from TV every time your song is being played. You need people to collect money from promoters every time there's a party in a club, every time there's a show, every time there's a music played anywhere in a restaurant. You need societies that collect that money, look at these data, and have automatic detection of what song is being played by which artist, and then all the money that is collected is distributed among all the artists. And when you play on the radio, you have collecting societies that are counting how many times you play on the radio, how much money the radios make from advertising. They have to pay a cut of that money to the creators and the people that play their music in ads, in movies, etc., etc. And now you have a beginning of a music industry. So yeah, it's a mix of state incentive and private companies. That's a lot of money, a lot of money. We're talking about hundreds of millions to be able to do that. Just to be able to wire the country so that Wi-Fi is available to everybody. And listen, you can also have the government telling all the phone companies that starting now, every phone company receive from the government a certain amount of money, or even better, the government tell all the phone companies starting now, nobody can sell the internet for more than this amount. This is the price for a gigabyte. This is the price for 5. This is the price for 10. This is the price for 100 gigabytes. These are the prices, and nobody can sell for more than that. And now you let them compete. If the price of access to internet is lower, then everybody is now able to be there and access the music. The problem we have in a lot of governments, I remember a few years ago when I was saying this to somebody in the government, the person was like, yeah, but if we give the internet to everybody, like all the people that are against us, all the opponents, les opposants, all the competition, will be able to talk to everybody. I was like, yeah. I was like, no, we want to cut the internet when there's a problem. I was like, oh shit. So I remember I go to Kinshasa right one day, and there was no internet for 3 weeks. Just because there was some unrest in the city, the first thing they do, cut the internet. They don't cut Twitter or Instagram. No, they cut everything. I was there, like, I remember spending my birthday, probably my 30 something's birthday, 38 or 42nd. I don't remember what birthday, but I remember I went there to spend the birthday with my son. He was probably celebrating his 10th birthday. And me, I was probably celebrating, so he's 20 now. So I was probably celebrating 40, 39, 41. And I go there. And when I arrive, that's when the government cut the internet. And I spent my whole birthday not being able to post nothing, not being able to look at my business, not being able to look at my numbers, the stats, nothing. Reply to nothing. Back to reading books and watching real TV. Oh, what a nightmare. So, yeah. If you really want to arrive to that level, I believe that's everything you need. And when I become the president, no, joking. There you go. You're welcome. Eddie Patrick, brother Kaysha, se você fosse americano, teria mais 3 bilhões. Obrigado. Who knows? Well, there you go. Listen, That's all I had for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back. We will be back Sunday with more conversation. Listen, as always, I don't know why I tell you this. As always, if you have subjects you want to talk about, don't forget to put them in the comments of this show after the show is over, or anywhere, or send me a message on Instagram of things you want to talk about, or maybe guests that you want me to talk about. Listen, if you enjoy the show, put a lot of unicorns in the chat, and yeah, I will pick your brain soon. I have a great idea. I'm gonna pick my brain. You know that? Listen, I'm gonna charge people like you for my brains. People want to talk to the genius. They don't want to pay. I'm gonna start consulting fee, $300 an hour. All right, listen. Let me look at the last comments. Got all the ingredients on Senegal. Listen, Senegal have been early. I remember 10, 15 years ago, there was already like internet in the streets for free. It was like, yo, mobile banking is a maturing business there, but we have a serious lack on governmental actions. Yeah, but listen, at least the backbone of the internet arrived there. So you were first to with mobile banking and internet. So after that, listen, it's a combination of the right people. And there's another problem that we don't talk about a lot, is that the internet has been trusted by Americans. Twitter, American. Facebook, American. YouTube, American. So whenever they want to go in one direction, or they want the public discourse to go in one direction, they can just do a call, and the whole internet can prevent you from talking about something. And we've seen it in the last few crises that we have. That's why they are against TikTok, because TikTok is a Chinese company. So they are always diabolizing TikTok, because they cannot control TikTok the way they can control the other free companies. And that's why also right now X with Elon, they hate it, and they keep trying to invent issues because they don't have control on that one. But personally, I believe that Africa should have their own giant. Like, they should have their own platform that is like Twitter. They should have their own platform that is like YouTube, because YouTube doesn't care about, listen, in Congo, more than 100 million people, and there's no ads still on YouTube. So if there was a platform that the government favors, and that, listen, the government say, listen, when you use this platform to listen to music, to put the news, and the government also have their channel and etc. in the news, they talk about that one, and they tell all the platforms, hey, when people are watching this platform, it doesn't go against their data, and the government will pay for the companies and invest in their companies to create the African unicorns. This is when you have platforms where we can have the private sector now take care of the advertising. So when you're an artist, you're like, listen, I'm in Congo, I'm Fali in Pupa, or I'm in Congo. I don't want my music available on YouTube in Congo. In the rest of the world, no problem, but in Congo, it has to be on Tala. That's the name of the platform. On Tala.cd, this is where my videos are, because in that country, every view is monetized. So these are things that have to happen for this to, and yeah, listen, if you look, all these companies, Americans, even the French, they had Dailymotion, they fucked it up. The only company that's actually in front of everybody and is not in terms of music is Spotify, Swedish company. But yeah, listen, it is what it is. I said bye already, and you keep making me talk. I'm joking. I'm gonna leave you guys with a track called that African shit from my album Avocado Sweet. And I will see you when I see you, which means next Sunday, same time. Shada Gang, always a pleasure being with you guys. And now, oh, it's 11. Good. I can still go dinner. All right. My people, bless.